Hey guys, today is the third video of our to-do list applications. In the first video we have discussed and we have built this to-do list app where we can create a to-do list, we can mark as a read, and we can edit those, and also we can delete those. So we have some functionality, but if we refresh the page, the data will be deleted as that data is not saved in the either database or in a local storage. So in the second part actually we update some of our UI elements, and we actually save the data in the local storage, so that if we refresh the data is remain in the browser. So but if the user has changing the browser, then the data obviously will be the deleted. In this video we will save the data instead of local storage. We're going to save in the real-time database. So yeah, now first I will going to use the .NET Core with a MS SQL server, so to do the same. So let's convert these applications. This is a normal HTML files. So let's create a MVC applications, and let me convert these into MVC model. So let me open the Visual Studio. So let's create a new project here. Yeah, as you can see, actually I have recently used the aspdotnetcore MVC model view controller. So yeah, that actually in the recent template views. So yeah, you can search here. That obviously you have to select the aspdotnetcore web app, the model view controller one, and I'm using the Visual Studio 2022. If you have any older versions, there also you have similar options, but maybe the .NET Core versions may be different, but that does not affect, because we're going to very basic functionality. So .NET Core or whatever, if you're going to use .NET older version, that also be work here. So let me choose this one, and let me create the new project here. Let me name it as a to-do app. Okay, now let me create the project here, and as you can see, I have the .NET version 6 and 7. So let me create the the latest version. That does not affect here. So let me create. It will take some time, as some of the scaffolding is done in this stage. Yeah, here you go. So as you can see, this is a basic MVC model view controller structures. So actually I will planning to create a playlist for the .NET basic to advanced, where I will discuss everything. But in the today's video I just build this. I'm going to convert this application. Let's little brief of the folder structures here. As you can see, controller here, actually controller will be presence. We have a default home controller here, and we have some default action here. So obviously I'm going to delete this because I don't need this as of now. Okay, so now in the views we have a corresponding view of the controller. I have the home controller, and under home folder you can see the index and the privacy. I don't need the privacy, so let me delete this one. Okay, so finally the share folder here, the layout basically is a shared view where we can store our common menus or the common library like CSS library, JavaScript library, where we want to use as a globally. So that is the things. And the render body, that means the every view that means the home or the other view will render here in the main, the container and the main, that will be rendered here. So anyway, let's jump into our work here. Okay, so now I have the home controller. I don't want to create any other controller because these are very basic applications. So now let me convert these applications into our ASP.NET MVC. So first, as you can see, here we have some library here, the CSS library. So first obviously I have two file. One is a CSS, another is a JavaScript file. So let me create first the CSS file. Let me copy everything and let me create a folder here. Every static file and folder will be in these www root folders. Under JavaScript, let me create one new item. Let me, sorry, I think show all the template. Yeah, I will have some option like JavaScript. Yeah, here you go. So let me create and name it the script.js. okay, and here let me paste. Okay, I think I have copied the CSS one. So now let's leave it. Let me create the CSS folder first. Style sheet, and that will be the style.css. style.css. So yeah, I have already copied. Let me paste it here and save it. And the script, I can copy the JavaScript code here. Yeah, that is done here. So now in the layout folder, obviously I don't want to I don't want to include here because it's a specific for the home controller on the home view. So yeah, I just directly I want to include here. So the first will be the style.css, the top of the HTML, and in the bottom I can use the script. So that's it. So now everything is fine. I think let me delete this one. This is the default text. So I'm going to place everything here in this area. So now let me copy the HTML one. Obviously HTML will be this part. This one, right? Now paste it here. I have only one option. As you can see, there is a onload functions in the body section that I can put into the layout, but that can create some difficulties here because some of the functionality may be not be available. So yeah, as of now let me paste it here, and the time function obviously must meet here, otherwise it will not be work because it is a functions that we must be available here. So in the script obviously we have that functions. Okay, now let me do one thing. The script one, let me and similarly the style one, that so here I can delete it because as you can see these functions I have used this function, right, time. So obviously these functions should be available, otherwise when the bodies will be load every time, so that function not be available because I'm using this script in this in this specific view. So in the layout level this script will not be available, so that's why I'm going to use here. So yeah, so let me check whether it's working or not. So let me run this first in HTTP. Yeah, here you go. It's actually running, but as you can see some of the functionality is not working. As you can see the buttons, that means the font or some icons, it's not loaded. That means we have missed to include those. So let me copy this font awesome library and paste it in the layouts area. So I can paste top of this. Okay, now the font awesome icon should be loaded here. Let me refresh it. Yeah, it takes some time. Yeah, now it's coming. As you can see, plus icon is there. So let me create one to do item like test one. Yeah, it's actually it's creating. Yeah, I can mark it, I can edit it. Let me do 1 point. Yeah, it's actually working. Let me delete it. Yeah, everything is working fine. So now, yeah, now if I refresh, yeah, here you go, every functionality is working as expected. But now the main functionality we have to build, that same thing, I mean the data whatever we're creating for the to do items, that will be stored in the physical, or you can say the relational database instead of the local storage. In the next part, we'll create connections between these applications with SQL servers, and we'll create tables, store procedures, and going to call them from our application side, and we'll build the save, update, insert, and delete whatever function we have in the current applications. We will build using aspdotnet and save them in the SQL server. So stay tuned for the next part of the video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe this channel, and see you on the next part of this video.